week. And the legend of the week, Ollie, this week for the MCFS has definitely got to be Aidan Hutchinson in Hard Knocks, which started this week for his fantastic rendition of Billie Jean. Have you heard it?
I have heard it. Unbelievable stuff. I'm not a big rah-rah guy. More of a Dr. Spock of football, as you know, but this stuff always gets me going. It gets the juices flowing. That organization, man, I know they're cheesy as hell. I know fighting Dan Campbell is cheesy as bleep, but I do want to play for him. I know it's a cliche, but I would want to be in that building. It looks like a fun time. It looks like they work their bollocks off. They're super smart. Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator, is as good as it gets schematically. I want them to be good in the worst way. And I don't mean good like win 10 games. I'm just talking about remain competitive, win 7 games, make sure Campbell's there in time to get him a quarterback that he really believes in. I just think it's fun. And that's why they drafted Aidan Hutchinson. The local guy thing was thrown out there a lot, but he was brought in one to turbocharge the defense, which I think he can do. But that idea of being the room galvanizer was a real thing. How much credit do you put into that? It differs person to person, organization to organization. For a team that's been that bad, that has had so much ineptitude, where the people who work in the building have barely seen a winning season unless Matthew Stafford dragged them on their backs. I think it's helpful to have someone with that kind of infectious enthusiasm and personality.
It is. I've not watched the whole episode yet because it's actually a tradition that me and my wife, we watch it together. It's one of the things that we watch together, and she really enjoys the stories and stuff. But yeah, suck Campbell to my veins, man. Stick it right in my veins, right here. I want it in here, even though it's Lions, man. I am all for it. And Hutchinson, yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. Just an interesting one before we move on to the game show, Ollie, and off this one is kind of, what would your induction kind of hazing talent be? Would you play the guitar a bit, don't you, my friend?
I do, yeah. I saw this on our show rundown. There's a difference between an introduction and a hazing. It's not a voluntary thing. The hazing.
No, hazing is different. But this is what they're kind of rolling it all into one and saying you got to do something silly in front of everyone. So what would you do?
Well, yeah, I would probably play and sing like Aidan did. Maybe not as well. He was legit good. It took him a while to warm up, but he was like actually good at this in a surprising way. So yeah, I think I'd go with that.
He did nail it. Stereo Mike, have you got any hidden talents, my friend? You're Irish, so I don't know what that means. I could have said something really bad there. You're Irish, so.
Loved Hard Knocks. A couple of different players, rookies as well, were as good as Aidan. Really enjoyed it. And Dan Campbell's a freak. Drinking is probably the one.
See, that's what I was going to say, Mike. But that's
Brady always does that, doesn't he? That's like his go-to, like when he does the talk show rounds. I don't know if you've seen this, but far from being the greatest, most accomplished athlete in the modern history of sports, he's like the quickest drinker of a pint known to man. I don't know if you've seen this, Tom. He can do that thing where he opens his gullet and drops it down, and he does it in like 0.1 of a second. It's madness. So there's great videos out there. So maybe, yeah, Mike, if that's your thing,
yeah. I've known
Thomas Patrick Edward Brady has a bit of an Irish ring to it as well.
It does. I've never. I knew one person that could do that, and it was a devastating skill. It's just unbelievable. But this guy was like the size of a house as well. I mean, it was.
It's sports. Have you ever been hazed?
No, not really. I mean, I was always a little bit more middle class than the people that I tended to play football or cricket with. So at football, for most of the time I was there, I got called briefcase, like after Will from the In-Betweeners, which I think was harsh. And they called me the professor occasionally, which was a bit harsh. At cricket, they just claim I've got a butler and stuff like that. I only play like a Derbyshire league. Anyway,
even in the cricket, you're considered posh.
Yeah, well, I'm from Nottingham and they're all from Derbyshire. And if anyone knows the East Midlands quite well, Nottinghamshire's nicer than Derbyshire. Not in terms of geographic kind of content, but anyway, let's move on.